Yeah, every time you have those people that come to the radio, kids have to be this, they have them out of their own. We have blah, 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 blah. You shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't talk to them in one way, you should da 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 da. And at a point, like, yeah, it generates a generation of kids that are not only are entitled to everything, and you can tell them nothing. And every time you want to create discipline in your house, you have people telling you that you can do this. I was raised, yeah, until 7 in Africa, and then the maids that raised us while our parents were out working in politics and business, they came with us in France, and they beat us up when we needed it. And yeah, we have a sense of things. And in this generation, I mean, I'm not defending stuff, but I see how all these kids are now, and I'm like, yo, I mean, some just need to be, no, I'm not gonna say it. But sometimes I'm like, yo, what up, Bruno? How are you? So it's really a question of, and I mean, it's not just the kids, it's everybody. Look at all these people who are 20-year-old now, how they act on Twitter, how they act on social media, how they, look at their posture, how they, how they act, how they present themselves. You're like, yo, I mean, come on. Who raised you? Like, you didn't have a grandma to beat you up, or a parent to teach you the rules, the values. Like, my operating system prohibits me from talking bad to anybody who's older than me. Anybody that I can call auntie, uncle, it's not in my system to talk to them a certain way and to raise my voice higher than a certain way. And look at the way these people talk to strangers. I don't know people. And all these, the social media has created a world where when people disagree with you, they insult you first, and that's it. Hey, Kelina, comment ça va? They insult you first, and then they talk. And those are things that makes no sense to me. Like, I'm watching them, I'm like, who raised all these people? Like, and I was having this conversation, and I touched it on when I was live, but it was in French for those who didn't understand. But when I was saying that, I was saying that, exactly. And since they haven't been raised right, how you think they're gonna raise people, and they expect to give the charge to you? And we were saying that I think there's a new group of people who are becoming louder and louder, who are the group of, we are tired of all the bullshit. We are tired of all the hashtags. We are tired of all the people who wake up and they go to social media and they just want to rant every day, push hashtags, call somebody something phobe or something east or something ism. And we have people who are starting to be like, hey, listen, tone it down. I don't need to have a scandal every day. I don't need to have somebody saying something and then There's outrage every day. I need like 10 days of peace of mind. Like, can we have a 2 weeks of peace of mind, one scandal, then another 2 weeks of peace of mind? Because now it's just like one scandal chases another, one person accused of something chases another, somebody's victim of something, and then it chased by another, and nobody questions anymore. Everybody just goes crazy. And hello Naturi. Everybody say hello to the stream royalty. And it's, you come to this thing where you kind of you just kind of want to tell people, just calm down, people, like from time to time, because people are just becoming numb to everything that is happening all the time. And like you're saying, like, because all these people have been raised by people who didn't grow up, it doesn't help. And it creates situations where, listen, when I'm at home and I talk a certain way to my kid, and I tell her the things that she can do and she cannot do, and if anybody looks at me, I look at them and I'm like, oh, no. That's how you raise children. They have to know the limits. If you don't teach them the limit, then there's no limit for them. If they have no limit, then they are not being structured. And then whenever they're going to be out there in the world, they're going to act like all the people of today who are on the internet going crazy about things. Because all these people are raised by the YouTube comments and the Instagram comments and the Twitter juiced. And like, you want to have kids that are ready for this world. And you can only do your part when you have kids. You can only do your part. Everything else, listen, everything else will, then there's going to be school, then there's going to be friends, then there's going to be society. But if you can create the foundation, if you can create a good foundation for the amount of time you have control, yeah, listen, that's how you create good kids who become decent humans. Like, if when you're here, like, you are trying to raise decent human beings. And listen, I see people, the way they talk, even the things they say, like, you don't even know why they would talk this way. You know what I mean?